Okay, welcome back. Got a lot to do today. I started early. It's 10. I tried to get out here earlier than that, but that was not going to happen. I needed to pet the dogs. All right. Second thing, I got the bolts. All right, so went down, swapped the bolts 1 for 1. I got new bolts for the front with new nylocks. All set on that. Also, while crawling under the truck, I noticed that there were a lot of those plastic zip ties where they go into the hole and then there's a zip tie around them. And anyway, watching Christian and Vera just motivated me to go ahead and find some of these, and I ordered them. Hopefully they're the right size, but we're gonna make them work. That was pretty cool. And then find of the century. My friends are going through their parents' house. How do you put that? Basically through just decades of materials that their parents collected over the years, and they've been gone more than 10 years now, and they're finally getting around to kind of going through the house and getting it ready for the next generation to live in it. And they asked me to come by and pick the collection and stuff, so I grabbed some stuff I really thought would be fun. I got stuff in the other room I didn't bring out here, but the one thing I wanted to show you today was this bad boy right here. This is a Camp Cook model LCS 21A. Look at this beast. It is mighty. It is really heavy. It is metal. You can look at the cast. It's like, you remember my Coleman? I mean, it's, oh my gosh, this thing is built to last. Anyway, camping gear, you know I'm a sucker for camping gear. So anyway, I grabbed this from them. Nobody else wanted it. It won't run, but it is uber cool. It might be a fun restoration project at some point. Sorry, my hair is just, I forget it. Anyway, most certainly, this is the stove their dad took with them on his African safaris when they lived in Africa and in the Azores, before several of my friends were born. But this is most likely the actual stove that he took with him, and they made their coffee and did all their stuff on it. It's a big deal to me. So anyway, it was a very special thing that they invited me to take part in that. And anyway, so I grabbed this. It was really cool. I got some other stuff. They set some stuff aside for me that I really wanted, that they told me about and knew I would really want, I should say. It's more accurate that way. And so I grabbed that too, and maybe we'll talk about those at another time. But this was just super cool. Took me about 3 minutes to figure out how to open it. It's got this slide. That was crazy. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out, but anyway. All right, sidebar. We're now going to get the rest of this truck put together so we can drive it. I want to drive it today and see if it's better. That's the idea. So let's get underneath and let's get started. All right, let's get this started. All right, first thing we need to do is get the bushing for the body mount here. I don't remember which this one's called. We need to get it roughly in place. So we're gonna put a couple of screws, bolts, they're bolts. We're gonna put a couple bolts in it to hold it in place loosely, because we need a little flex here. Just a little. So I'm gonna put a couple of threads on each one of these. Actually, I'm not even gonna put the bottom one. Which side did I not put the bottom one in? I think I'm not putting that bottom one in. So this bottom one will go in here. Get it in there. Oh, I did not put corrosion resistance on the bolts. Okay, now I've got that. All right, so now we're going to give it a couple of threads here, just enough to tease it. Just a couple. All right. Okay. Then we put our arm in place. Here's where you need to flex, because it needs to be able to get in there. And then we get it up here, and we pray that we didn't bang that in too far. We banged it in too far. Yeah, we did. That's going to need a hammer. That's going to need a bang with a hammer. I gotta bang with a hammer. Alright, slightly adjusted. Let's see if we can get that up in there now. Yes, I think it's gonna go. Might still need some light taps here. Let's get it moving. More anti-seize. Okay, anti-seized. All right, we're gonna get this up there and we're gonna try to figure out that's gonna go where it needs to go. For some reason that's not playing well with others. Sort out what's going on here. I think I've got a little bit of cut on the back side here that's causing that to not want to go up in there. Give that another whack. A little better. Yeah, that's what it is. I got a ridge on the back side here that's not letting me get that over there because I banged it up too much. Okay, I didn't film that because it was really ugly and it didn't work well, so I just went with it. Alright, so it needed some love taps from the hammer, some prying with a very big screwdriver that I was worried it was going to snap in half. But I finally got it started. It's very tight, so I'm gonna give it a little love across there. Hopefully not effing up my threads, but just lightly tapping because it's tight right here. And we're through. All right, how about them apples? My other bolt's way over there, nut's way over there. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Alright, I got it. There's that. Got some resistance to corrosion on it. Oh no, that one's over there. Okay, I didn't put that one on. Alright, here we go. Alright, yes, victory is ours, as they say. Alright, we have the back axle side on. We've got this side where you have to compress the bush because it's at a cattywampus. It's farther up on this side than it is on this side, so it's in there as an angle. So you've got to tighten this all down, moving the rubber into it. So that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to get our new nuts in place, and we're just going to give them some loves. All right, we need this one with some goo. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Crazy with the cheese whiz. All right. Yes, victory. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna give this some tines with some ratchets. Okay, now we're going to put some corrosion resistance because that is really corroded already. We should have bought new nylocks for this, but I didn't want to spend. I didn't remember to bring them with me, and they're probably $5 a piece, so that's a big O grade 8 nylock, so we're going to just do with what we got. We are going to reduce our chance of those resting tight again. Whoops, now we need our washers, our washer kit. Where's the other one? That's the only one. Alright, well, I had a fat one for the other side, I don't have it for this side. So we're just gonna do it. Alright, gotta tighten that down, but that's basically the back. So we need to get these tightened down and torqued to spec, if I can find the spec for them. But let's get a big wrench and I'll finish that up. Boom, and like that, we're done. Oh well, I'm not done. I gotta get the other thing. Do this bottom part here. Ouch. Brought a wrench for this. I know I did. I don't think I have that size wrench. I think that's it for the back. Woo! Oh man. Okay, we're up here in the front. I'll be surprised if the camera lasts long enough to finish this job.
Now, can anyone tell me what foreshadowing is? Yes, Miss Granger.
Foreshadowing is a dramatic device in which an important plot point is mentioned early in the story to return later in a more significant way.
Alright, we've already got the front piece in. We've got to make sure this one it does. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh, we got to put some grease on those. I haven't got the grease back here. All right, I'm back with the grease. Let's get it on there. These silver zinc colored bolts make it hard to see the paste. If it was copper paste, we'd probably be able to see it better. Knowing we're taking this back off probably not terribly long after it fails because of the leak, we probably ought to have grease on these. So let's put some grease on them. We got them on there. Got it up in place. Bolts through the hole. Get through the hole. Come on. What's going on? Help me help you. Okay, who's surprised by the GoPro camera getting too hot and shutting down? Not me. Okay, now we've got one last bolt to put on. Where is it? I've got it right here. I've already done the other side while you were off camera, so you missed out on that. Sorry. Ooh, that's tight. And I sorted out why that bolt wouldn't go all the way through, and it's the bushings fault, because I banged it up, and now it still won't go through. That might need some love taps. Love tap. There's the hammer. There's a rubber one. It hasn't got enough love in it. That one had enough love in it. All right, let's get this on there and hope we can F up threads on this end. Appear to be turning as expected. Well, not really, but that's what's gonna have to happen, fortunately for him. He's gonna have to play along. All right, let's get a wrench on him. And the wrenches are behind me. I'll gently put him on this time and see if the threads will catch up and not be cross-threaded like the last time. All right, now it's playing ball. All right, let's get our other wrench, which is an official crescent type, but no, I got this. Got the ratchet going. All right, we're making hay now. Good enough. All right, got it done. Got it. Woo woo. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. All right, that's about the gist of it. Who wants to go for a ride?
Hello, lady, we going for a ride.
Oh my God!
You can tell the difference, and I'm in the driveway still. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not diving all over the place. It's good. Might seem a little shaky. I've got boost. I've got shaky proof on whatever on the camera, but you're also on a 4-inch rod that's bouncing around with the dash a little bit. Nice. All right, how about another mile? Let's go another mile. very pleased. This is awesome. Very happy with this so far. How about that? That's awesome. I'm happy with the adjustments and the fixes that work pretty well. I think next we need to shut the engine off and get out. And we're gonna have to clean up the garage. But you don't need to see that, because I'm a nice guy and I don't think that you need to be suffering through that and watching me try to get that done. Still lots to do. Next. What's next, Eric?
Let me check my Palm Pilot. Look like I ain't doing shit.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I still need to do some wiring, but I gotta purchase a bunch of wiring. Evil German dude said he'd help with that, so I need to probably sort out what kind of help I can get from him on that. And we definitely have a coolant leak that we need to explore. It's on the right side. My guess is somewhere in here. Or there. Could be there. Could be one of those bad boys. Right there. But there is coolant leak, I can smell it. And that's where the heater matrix happens. So, thanks for tuning in. If you got this far, you might as well like and subscribe. You're probably this entertained by my ramblings and auto mechanic skills that you just want to be just like me. That's unlikely, and you probably should set your sights higher. All right, thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Where's the, oh, I left it in the truck.
Ah, that one's money. Oh yeah. Good save. Good save. Get in there. Job, ladies. Let's go.